Well, my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of our Aston Martin career mode. And we're going to crack on with the third race of our fourth season, I do believe this is, gang. It's been a few days actually since I played the game. Last episode is linked above. Feel free to go and check that out. But the team of Sainz and Ocon is doing very, very well and starting the season beautifully. What do I need to do? Probably check some stuff because it's been a few days. Right, we've got some development. One of them is going to be ready for the next race. That's really good to see. It's a shame that those two aren't. That would have been amazing to have all three pieces. Yeah, the new front wing should be ready for the new race. But yeah, things are going swimmingly this year. So let's just push this on and get this car part ready. Helipad, that's in pour. So let's just refurb that. It's not like we don't have the money. Side pods are in low stock. Go to the warehouse. Side pods. Have we not? Wow, only two of them. That's crazy. Right, let's manufacture those then. That's mental. Why we only had we only had that many of those. Okay, well they that's fine. They'll be sorted. The simulator's been refurbished. That's great to see. Let's just carry on pushing this on. The weather centre's been refurbished as well, and we get that new front wing. So let's get this front wing sorted, shall we? Manufacture. The race is in 5 days. Okay, we're going to have to emergency a few of these. I'm actually going to emergency 3 of them. So let's do that. It's going to cost a fair bit of cash. And then we're just going to do the other 3 on normal. And yes, if we go down, we install this on the motor vehicle. This is where we are at, basically. Not sure how we go down with the new part, but we have gone down somehow. God knows how. But yeah, that's really strange. Okay, so this clearly in the low speed. No, there's something not quite right here, isn't there? Anyway, yes, it's definitely an improvement. They're done. So that's on. We're ready for the next race. Basically, there's not really too much else I can do at this point. So, yeah, let's just push on forward. Let's get in to the Australian Grand Prix.
Welcome to Melbourne for a weekend of fierce competition. We're a stone's throw from the beach here at the Albert Park circuit. It might be party mood in the grandstands, but in the paddock, expectations and tensions are high. The Albert Park circuit is bursting with rapid corners and a long straight where drivers can push their speed to the limit. Good attention to medium speed downforce will likely make beating this beast of a track just a little bit easier. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. Let the weekend begin!
Right, gang, so it looks like we're going to have a dry practice, heavy rain through practice 3 and qualifying, and then a cloudy race. So, yeah, obviously the car parts knowledge isn't going to be the greatest. We have just stuck a brand new wing on this thing, but we've been very quick in race 1 and race 2. Let's see how quick we are in race 3. Right, gang, so practice is over. The cars are set up. I'm going to be honest with you, the times in practice were really irregular. They were all over the place. The cars are set up quite nicely. We are going to have rain in this session, but I'm not sure exactly when it's going to come. Obviously, we've got the soft tyre set up here, so I'm assuming it's not going to be anytime soon. I might try and tweak this a little bit on Carlos Sainz's car, just to try and get him in the 90%, so I don't think I'm going to touch Esteban Ocon. But anyway, it's time for qualifying here in Australia. Right, we are into quali. We're not going to get any rain in this part of the qualifying session. I didn't end up tweaking Sainz. It was all pretty good. It was just, you know, it was in the 86% or whatever it was, and I just thought, oh, if I touch it, I could make this worse. there's no guarantees that you're going to make it better, you know. So yeah, I decided to leave it instead. I'm gonna, yeah, we'll get signs out now as well. And yeah, let's get these lads around this racetrack and get a lap set, shall we? And yeah, we'll go from there. Basically, Ocon did a very good job there at beating out all the traffic. Let's hope that Carlos Sainz can do exactly the same thing. So Ocon is going to come through first, and Ocon did a 1:16. Sainz is going to come round now. What Sainz going to do? He's gone purple through both. That tells me he's probably going to go a bit quicker than Ocon. He does. It's a 1:16.781. Very, very nice. We now basically just got to see what other people punch in and see if we need to go out again, basically, based on what they do. Well, everybody has set a lap. Albon just set his lap, and we're sitting P3 and P8, and I genuinely think that we don't need to go out again in the sesh. So I'm just going to speed this all the way through. I think we are more than good enough to go through into the next round of qualifying. I'm going to be honest, I'm a bit worried about Ocon's pace. 8th place. When you look at Sainz up there in P3, only the Red Bulls beating us out. So yeah, you know, I've been saying for a while we probably are the second best car on the grid anyway, and it's kind of been confirmed because Sainz is still P3 after everybody does Q1. Right, we're into Q2. I'm just gonna check the weather again. Nope, we're not having any rain on this part. So yeah, we are going to probably, no, do you know what, I'm just going to go out on a fresh tyre, set a lap, and go from there, basically. I think that probably makes the most sense. So we're going to send Ocon out first again, and then we are going to send Sainz out again. You know what, I'm still, part of me is, as good as the driver lineup is, I'm still, part of me, 3 races in, gutted we had to get rid of Alonso. The fact that we got Sainz for what basically Alonso wanted, and Sainz is by far a better race driver, means I made the right decision. I'm just a bit gutted though, you know. But anyway, Ocon, what have you got in the locker, sunshine? As he comes round, basically 1:16s is where it's at, and he does do it. Oh, he does a 1:17. That is a slow lap. I think he did get caught in a bit of traffic though, to be fair to him. So yeah, there is that. Sainz doesn't appear to be going much quicker. I think Sainz might have got caught in a little bit of traffic himself, but no, he does. He goes fastest. He goes P1 in Q2. Very, very good stuff. Right, so everybody has set a lap, and I'm wondering if I need to go again, and I genuinely don't think I do. We're currently P1 and P4 after that second round of qualifying there, and I genuinely feel like I can speed this through again and not worry about it. We are very, very level pegged with that Red Bull, aren't we? The Ferrari are there or thereabouts, the Mercedes are there or thereabouts, and then there's a few other teams that are kind of, you know, on the up and up, aren't there? So yeah, at the moment, it's looking pretty good. Ocon has lost a few spots, so has Sainz. He just lost a spot to Verstappen, but yeah, I don't think it's too much of a problem. We're very much through to Q3. I'm going to assume we probably need to get out quick. Yes, because the rain is literally coming, and like it's going to come right at the beginning of the session by the looks of things. We might not even get round here with this tyre, but I'm going to try. I am going to try, because why the hell not? 4 minutes time it's coming. Can we get round this racetrack quick enough to beat the rain? I'm really hoping we can. Of course, Verstappen's going to be potentially in the way. Oh, Bottas! Oh, God. Are we going to get these cars round and set some decent laps? Verstappen is out on the racetrack. He's potentially in the way. No, we get past him. Sainz doesn't. Sainz has kind of got held up there a little bit. Ocon, he is going to go across the line in 1:17. It's not good. It's not quick. It's really not quick. But the rain might affect the other drivers, you know. Gasly managed to get across the line. But that rain is incoming. And there's some people out there on flying laps. And I'm wondering if they're even going to get their flyers done. No, they're not. The rain has started. Is it going to affect them? Is it going to affect them though? That's the question. Because if it does, Sainz is on for a P1. We definitely got hurt by the traffic there. We definitely got hurt by traffic. Verstappen, what is he going to do? He seems to be going quick. And no, Verstappen, he doesn't. Yeah, we're going to call the cars in. Confirm and confirm. We were on our in-laps anyway, so no surprise there. We could potentially have a P1 on our hands here because this is wet now for the rest of the session. And there's no point going out again. Verstappen did go quicker than Ocon. Ocon's going to start P4, but it is looking like a potential pole position for the Australian Grand Prix just because we were clever and we got out quick. Yes, we got hurt by the traffic, but I can't see us having to go out again, gang, to be honest with you. I used a fresh set of softs, which might have been a bit silly, what with the race and whatnot, but at the same time, I feel like this was definitely the best strategy to go on. Look, they're all setting laps on that soft tyre, but yeah, I think that's it. I think we're done and dusted. I think that Sainz is going to start P1 in the Australian Grand Prix. They are setting a lap, but they are definitely not going to go quicker on that intermediate. I can tell you that right now. It just doesn't work that way. There you go. It's pole position for Carlos Sainz. Right, so let's get to the race, shall we? And get set up and ready and raring to go. I am just going to double check. No, there is going to be no rain for this one. Right, so we are looking probably at... We can one-stop. We can one-stop it. But it's a risky strategy, in my opinion. I think potentially... two-stopping is the way to go. There are going to be some people one-stopping, aren't there? Let's be really honest about this. Because we can start on that medium, and if it looks like that one-stop strategy is working, then we can go on it, basically. But I might do this. I might go just a couple of laps longer. Just so I can maybe... What if... No, that definitely won't work. Yeah, we might be able to just do that so we can go a bit faster at the end. Update that then. We'll put that in. Okay. And then I need to do all of this stuff, don't I? So, I'm going to go just off the line. I'm going to go heavy. And then I'll literally put that back where it needs to be. But yeah, we're ready to go racing.
The drivers there lined up on the grid under mostly sunny skies. Taking a look here at Carlos Sainz. They're in P1. Let's see if they can take advantage of that position. Further back, we've got Esteban Ocon. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. Everything's been building to this. Get ready for the Australian Grand Prix.
Right, here we go. I literally am going to go off the line down to that first corner with a tyre like this, and then the minute we hit that first corner, as long as we're still in the lead, then I'll just revert it back, and we're going to be in the lead. So yes, Bosch, let's bit that back. That was a brilliant start.
Back a bit.
A brilliant start.
Yeah.
Ocon is going to be looking at that Red Bull probably in the early stages of this race as well. But yeah, it's a really, really, really good start from both my drivers there. And I think Ocon has got it up into P3. That is a beautiful job. A beautiful job.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
That's just what we needed at the beginning of this race, gang. Oh, if we can just pull away now, that would be beautiful. Look at the pace. Look at the pace. I kind of feel like Ocon, if we can get him past here, this would do us a favour. Stick this into overtake. See if we can get it done. He's got some pace going down. He just maybe wasn't quite close enough. And he's going to have a look here though. And if he gets this up in the P2, that would be excellent for the team. Doesn't look like he's going to quite get it done. He's going to have the pace. He's going to have the drive. He's going to have the racing line. He's going to get it done. He's into P2. Brilliant job from Esteban Ocon.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Absolutely flying in the early stages of this race. Look at Sainz. Look at the lead he's pulling out already. Unbelievable. Second ahead. Right, let's just stick this into the toy for Ocon.
DRS is enabled.
Yeah, and that's why I was sticking that DRS on, because I knew that that was going to be the case. We're probably not going to be able to guard against this. We will just deploy the energy though to try and help us guard against. But yeah, that DRS is going to be there for them to use, and use it they did. And there you go.
Oh, and Ferrari
We have relinquished the lead of the Grand Prix now, but that's the DRS, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, gang. And yeah, we're basically going to be getting into this race now and just seeing what happens, basically. But it's there for us to win, and it's just there for us to do well again. That's a really, really good bit of driving from Carlos Sainz. Is he going to get this done? Probably didn't want to get it done because you kind of want the DRS. We're going to get the DRS. Oh, God. Look at all the bunching, though. And Verstappen, the cheeky man, because we got stuck behind the Ferrari. Verstappen's in the lead, and we're down to P3 and P5. That was all because we got stuck behind the bloody Ferrari. We didn't have the greatest racing line there. Right, we've just... it says fastest lap, but I think Bottas did a fastest lap at the same time. We're still running P2 and P5. It's really close at the front of the grid, like surprisingly close at the front. No one is really pulling away from anyone else. We've kind of recovered our fuel quite nicely here, so I'm going to push on the fuel again for a little while with Sainz and hope that just gives us a little extra pace, you know, that we kind of need. But yeah, we are running along quite nicely. I feel like our overtaking is just a bit shoddy, you know. We keep really just sticking ourselves behind the car rather than just pulling out and trying to overtake, which is really strange. We're not recovering the ERS the same way we once were either. But the game has been patched. It's had its first major update. And I think that might be as a result. You know, I haven't really played it all that much since the update, but here we go. We're having a look. We might get this done. We've definitely got a very quick car. That does have to be said. You know, like we're doing a job against these cars in areas that we wouldn't have done before.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Look how close it is at the front of the grid. Ocon is the one that's kind of being dropped a little. Look at this, like 3 wide we were then. 3 wide. Now we could do with being, yeah, we could have done with being the car behind. Did we just see Verstappen come into the pits? Fair enough. Well, we've just entered our pit window though, so that does kind of make sense. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to push the fuel and push the tyres with Ocon.
No saving required. Copy.
Right, what we do need to probably do here, because that gap is quite large. How on earth that gap got that large, I do not know. But yeah, we just push that a little there. Hope that the DRS kind of draws us back in. But yeah, that gap got rather big rather quickly, didn't it? But yeah, Esteban Ocon, we're just going to push basically because he's gone into his pit window. So Verstappen's obviously going on a 2-stopper. Potentially a soft tyre part in the race for him. He's gone on to that hard tyre for now. We are going to try and 1-stop this if we can. You know, we've got a long way to go. on this tyre for Carlos Sainz, who is in the lead of the Grand Prix. I'm actually going to go to Ocon for a moment and just see if I can help him out a little. As you can see, they've closed the door again though. And I'm going to go into overtake here. There you go, the other Red Bull is into the pits. Right, okay, that's good. That's good, Ocon. Well done. Put the pressure on. Put the pressure on. Right, we're going to just balance that out now. But yeah, Sainz in the lead and looking pretty comfortable, to be fair to him. And Ocon is there. I'm just waiting for a chance, basically. Doing a good job. Are Ferrari going to be 2-stopping, or are they 1-stopping? That's going to be interesting to find out as the race goes on, isn't it? Anyway, let's open those pit options. We are going to bring Ocon in. I think because other people are doing the 2-stop, I'm quietly confident in doing that with Ocon and still finishing inside the points. I think I'm going to stick to the 1-stop though with Carlos Sainz. Look at this from Esteban Ocon to get that up into 2nd position potentially. He's got to get this done though. Can he get it done? Yes, he can. That is beautiful. Lovely job. Lovely work. But we are coming into the pits soon, so probably doesn't really matter for too much, to be honest with you. Oh, there we go. He's going to get that position back. And yes, we are just going to stick that into standard. Oh, I tried to get that into harvest, but that didn't quite work out. But yeah, I have noticed that the ERS is very different now. Very, very different as a result of all the changes that have been made to the game. So yeah, there is that. So you're out on the racetrack. Sainz is going along quite nicely. It's all well and good using the bloody DRS, but yeah, we do need to overtake. Now we can't really lean on the tyres the same way we did with Sainz. We probably need to leave it right until, you know, basically the last lap before we push, because we're just not going to have the life in the tyres. Looks like Gasly is going to be running long, the same as us, and Bottas for that matter as well. Be interesting to see when they pit, won't it? But yeah, this Mercedes is it's causing a few problems, isn't it? Getting involved in the fight. There you go. He's into the pits. So are we running too long? That's the thing. That is the big thing.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Harvest a little bit of energy for a bit. Fastest lap so far for Ocon. I'm just going to harvest some energy. Just for a bit. I don't know if this is the thing to do, but I want to basically harvest it because the lap before we come in, I basically want to be able to use the energy and whatnot. Not really harvesting all that much, are we? Anyway, let's go back to neutral. So next lap we're going to absolutely hammer this because we need to build up enough of a lead basically. Ocon is now P11 with plenty of cars ahead of him still to pit. Whether or not he's going to be as high as 5th, I'm a bit worried he isn't actually. He's a bit of a worry. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to push now this lap. And just see what we can do. So let's deploy the energy here. We're literally going to micromanage this whole lap. I'll open the pit option, going onto that hard tyre, And we're going to be taking that hard tyre to the end.
Yeah, happy to box.
Right, so we're going to go around this little intricate section to get to the top here, and then we will deploy the energy here. This is a relatively fast part of the racetrack. And then we'll go back to neutral. And then we are going to drop this into standard. Lovely. Right, okay, let's see if we built up enough of a lead to stay out ahead of Gasly. That's the big thing. Can we stay out ahead of Gasly? Oh, I think we might. I actually think we might. We might be in a really, really good position here. Or are we? No, he just gets ahead of us. Look at that. He just got ahead of us. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh well. Okay, well, it's not terrible. Albon, Magnussen, Zhou, Verstappen, all going to be stopping again. Sainz and Gasly aren't stopping again. Gasly's tyres are a lot worse than ours. That's going to help us in the latter part of the race. So there is that to consider. There we go. We need to get past the next one so that we can catch that Ferrari up. Ocon's doing a magic job there. Come on. What are the intervals? Yeah, look, because the Ferrari is dropping and we got no battery. No battery whatsoever. We're going to have to harvest. Just to hope the DRS can get the job done, and it just doesn't. That Ferrari's going to be pulling away.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race
I'm a
position.
bit worried that I'm not managing the battery the same way I used to, but it feels so different since they patched the game. It feels so different. Let's just charge basically for a lap, shall we? If we can. But yeah, he's pulling away. Gasly is absolutely pulling away, and that is that's a real worry. Look at that, the battery's barely charged on that lap. Barely charged. Yep, all these cars. Right, okay, we'll stick this back into neutral, but these cars have got pace. They've got DRS and whatnot, and that's not a good thing. Gasly is in. Gasly is basically in first, if we think about it. Yeah, right, so can we just don't have the battery. Look, we don't have the battery to put this into overtake and stuff like that. There we go. But the Ferrari now is going to be right up my backside, and we're 2 seconds away from the Red Bull. Right, okay, but that's kind of opened it up a bit for us. Sainz is 2 seconds up the road now. Right, we just had our first kind of fuel worry, and I got to be honest, we're only 18 to go. Yeah, that is a little bit of a worry, to be honest with you. Ocon. I'm wondering if Ocon could get those tyres to the end. Just looking at it. I'm wondering if he can, because he's in a very good position, is Ocon, and everyone else's tyres are going to be in a much better condition. I totally get that, but I'm just wondering if he could get them to the end. Because if he can, I might just leave him out there and not put him. We've got a whole 10% more with Sainz, but I don't know, it just makes sense. It really does make sense. The Ferrari is so fast at the moment. That Ferrari is winning this Grand Prix if it gets to it. I genuinely believe that is the case. Seems a little unfair that the Ferrari got DRS there and he's now miles ahead. Like, actually got a second ahead because of having the bloody DRS. Ridiculous. The advantage the DRS gives is actually mental. Like, again, there was another little DRS zone there, and It's insane the actual advantage you get from the DRS, in my opinion. There's no advantage to the battery
race
anymore.
position gained for Mercedes.
It really isn't. Absolutely zero advantage. Bottas needs to catch this Ferrari quick because we are all going to be in a hell of a lot of trouble if we don't catch that Ferrari up. Yeah, we kind of need Verstappen. I was about to say we need Verstappen to back him up, but he isn't going to back him up. Right, what I'm actually going to do is I've got to go into light running, and I'm going to tell him not to fight. Don't fight, teammate. I want him to let Sainz go by, which he has. Don't fight, teammate, right? So I want him to just basically, we're with Ocon, we're just going for points here, and we're going to try to take that tyre to the end, but I just need to get a little life back in it. I need to get it basically in the same spot that basically Gasly's is, if I can. So I'm just going to run it light for a little while. Gasly's going to win the Grand Prix. I can't see us all catching him now. I think Gasly has won this Grand Prix. Yeah. Unless we find some pace from somewhere. Just basically wanted to bring the tyres back, get the Ferrari back to us. That was all I was doing there. Because we're going to have the tyres at the end of the race. Because we've got a slightly better tyre. Not an amazingly better tyre, but a slightly better tyre. But yes, if Ocon can hold on as well, that would be amazing. I don't think he's gonna. I think unfortunately we are going to drop him eventually. The Ferrari has been overtaken. We pulled him back in, and that Mercedes is the car to beat now. This is an incredible turn of events. This has been a very, very entertaining race, this one. It really, really has. There's been lots of twists and turns and changing of strategies and all sorts, basically, going on in this one. But yeah. There we go. We didn't actually really want to go past here. Right, we're going to deploy the energy because otherwise we're just going to get absolutely mullered by everybody. Back into neutral. There we go. Because that DRS is just a joke. That DRS there is a joke. Oh my god, look at Ocon. Look at Ocon. Oh, yes, come on Ocon. Oh, even though he's on light. The minute his tyres are close, a bit closer to where Gasly's are, we'll stick his tyres back to where they kind of need to be. Right, but you know what? Ocon still being in the fight here is very impressive, to be fair, you know. Oh, there's a big crash. Is there going to be a safety car? Yellow flag. But it's not saying safety car. It's been a very incident-free race. A crash involving multiple cars. Oh my god, it's involved one of the Red Bulls. Or both of the Red Bulls, potentially. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Verstappen. It must have been Leclerc. Look at the state of the tyres as a result as well. Wow, there you go. Okay, this is really interesting. We're in the business end of this race now. The fuel still hasn't come back to us quite the way I would have liked, but hey ho, it is what it is. Slip in there in second. Don't let the Ferrari get past. Oh, God's sake.
Race position gained for Mercedes.
One car is fine. Two cars is not. I'm going to go on this one here. Try and overtake if I can. Yes, I think we're going to get it. Oh, we're going to, yeah, back into P2. That's what we needed.
Looks like Aston Martin
have
just gained a race position.
Not long to go at all in this race. But there's just no gaps opening up. This is the problem. There's just zero gaps opening up on the racetrack. You know, the Mercedes is still there. Alright, DRS. Actually get by. Look at them. Look, why do we do that? Why do we just sit behind the car? It's so strange. It's so strange. Right, we've got to pick our moment. We've got to pick our
Aston
moment.
Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Alright, yeah, let them have it. Let them have it. Don't let the Mercedes buy, though. Oh, fucking hell, man. Look, we've got no energy.
Oh,
so
Ferrari
strange.
just gained a place.
Right, going to go aggressive on these tyres. We're going to get stuck behind the Ferrari. The Mercedes is going to go by us. We've got no energy to do it. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Why do we settle for just sitting behind the Ferrari when the DRS opens up? I don't know why we do that. I really don't. It's so stupid. It's like we're happy to settle for that to happen. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're into the last lap territory here, and the Red Bull has caught Ocon up. Ocon's actually got some fuel to burn, so we're going to do that just to help him along. Now we are, and we have no choice but to do this, going to have to use all of our battery right on the pit straight here, and hope that it helps us get past, because if not, this is P3 and you know, race over basically. If we can't get a pass here, and we're not going to get a pass, we're just not. We've decided that we're happy to sit behind, and that's just ridiculous. That is ridiculous from us. Ocon is struggling to get P4. Verstappen's just got pace from absolutely nowhere, and he is now a problem.
Let's focus.
Shit the bed.
Save fuel.
It's going to be P3 and P5. It's going to be P3 and P5 at this rate, because we just had nothing. We had absolutely nothing at the end of this race to trouble anybody, and it's just strange. It's really strange. Look at this. There was too many chances that we had to overtake, and we decided that we were happy to just sit behind cars in front of us. I'm actually very annoyed at that race finish. Like, very annoyed at that race finish. We could have won that race. We could have won that race easily, but Sainz was terrible in the overtaking positions.
That's checker flag.
Carlos Sainz showed us some solid racing here today. Imagine how chuffed they must be. A podium is a real feat, and it's been accomplished in style. And with that, the Sainz name remains engraved in F1 history. Today's competitors gave it their all, but it's going to be those three taking home the big points.
I can't help but be disappointed with that race, gang. I feel like we've got a very good race car underneath us, and the first two races season breezed through them. I know the game's been patched. I got to be honest, the ERS system feels terrible since the patch. That felt disgusting. I couldn't manage it. It was so hard to manage. And the DRS zones feel even more OP than they did before. But look, it's third. It's still some vital points. We finished fifth as well. If we go forward, we take a look. We are still first and second in the drivers, both on 22 points. And if we go to the constructors, we're top of that as well with 44 points. Maybe it wasn't as bad as I'm making out, but that just doesn't sit nice with me. That's not a good race result. And as you can see, the chassis and the rear wing are complete. We're going to have a new regulation vote as well at the beginning of next episode, my friends, so be sure to come back, join me for that as we get going in the first of the 2 Italian Grand Prix in the season. Anyway, my friends, I'm done and dusted. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Go check out the rest of the content as well. Drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed it, and hit that bell notification button so you never miss an episode. But until next time, stay safe, stay humble, and I'll see ya real soon.